All right, let's talk about shopping. From the brands you follow online to the stores you walk into, pretty much everything about how we buy things has been turned on its head. So, in this new world, how are companies actually trying to get our attention and our money? Let's dive in.
So, have you ever felt this? You're walking through a mall or down a familiar shopping street, and it just feels different. More empty shops, a favorite old store gone. Well, I'm here to tell you, it's not just in your head. It's a massive, seismic shift in the entire world of retail.
And when I say massive, I mean it. Just look at that number. Over 12,000 physical stores have shut down since 2010. That's not a slump. That's what experts are literally calling the retail apocalypse. And it's the one thing forcing every single company to completely tear up their old playbook and start over.
So what's causing all this chaos? Well, it really boils down to one simple thing. The balance of power has completely flipped. The old rules are out the window because we, the shoppers, are living in a whole new world now. This really says it all, doesn't it? I mean, think back. It wasn't that long ago that companies held all the cards. They told you what something cost, and your choices were basically whatever was on the shelf in front of you. But now? Now you can stand in a store, scan a barcode with your phone, and in seconds, see prices from a dozen competitors all over the globe. We are officially in the driver's seat. Okay, so if you're a retailer, how do you possibly survive this apocalypse? Well, the first rule of the new playbook is you have to completely reinvent the idea of a store. It can't just be a warehouse for stuff anymore. It has to be something more. And the big strategy here is something called omni-channel retailing. The whole goal is to make the line between online shopping and in-person shopping just disappear. You know the deal. You see something you like on Instagram, add it to your cart on your laptop later that night, and then swing by the store to pick it up on your way home from work. It's not three different experiences, it's all one smooth, easy journey. But look, having a slick, modern store experience is only half the battle. You also have to master the single most important part of the sale, the price. And this isn't just about math. It's a deep, deep dive into the psychology of how our brains work. You might think prices are just kind of picked out of a hat, but nope, not even close. Marketers follow a really systematic process. They're looking at their costs, what the competition is doing, and most importantly, what they think we're willing to pay. It's a full-on strategic science. And here's a trick you see 1,000 times a day. Why is everything $9.99 instead of just $10? Because our brains are weird. We see that 9 first, and in our head, it registers as 9 and change, which just feels way cheaper than $10. It's a simple but crazy powerful psychological hack. But then, on the complete flip side, you have prestige pricing. A luxury watch company is never going to sell their watch for $999.99. No way. It's going to be a clean, crisp $1,000. That high round number isn't just about the price tag, it's a signal. It screams quality, status, and exclusivity. And of course, there's bundling. The classic example is the fast food combo meal. Buying the burger, fries, and drink all together just feels like a smarter, better deal, right? It makes our decision easier and leaves us feeling like we got a little something extra. It's all about perceived value. So those are some classic pricing moves. But here's where things get really wild. Thanks to technology, the whole idea of a static price tag is kind of becoming a thing in the past. Prices are now fluid, they're personal, and they can change in the blink of an eye. Welcome to the era of dynamic pricing. And I promise, you've already experienced this. Ever tried to book a flight and watch the price literally change while you were looking at it? Or have you groaned when you see that surge pricing message on your rideshare app? Yep, that's dynamic pricing. It's algorithms changing prices based on demand right here, right now. Okay, so the stores are different. The prices are constantly in motion. What's left? The final and maybe the fiercest battleground, the war for our attention. And that war is being fought almost exclusively online. So, whenever you search for something online, you're looking at two different strategies playing out. SEO, that's search engine optimization, is the long game. It's all the work companies do to show up high in the free search results. Then there's SEM, search engine marketing. That's the shortcut. It's just companies paying to put their ads right at the very top. One is earned, one is bought. And it goes way beyond just a simple search. I mean, modern marketing is a whole arsenal of digital tools. It's not just about one viral video or a clever post. It's about creating this constant, ongoing conversation with us, using everything from email and blogs to apps and mobile ads. It's a full-court press.
But here's the thing. With all this incredible technology and all this data, comes a whole lot of responsibility. There have to be rules of engagement, because the line between smart marketing and shady, unethical behavior can get awfully thin, awfully fast.
A classic example of crossing that line is price fixing. This is when companies that are supposed to be competing with each other, to give us the best price, secretly get together and agree to keep their prices high. It kills competition, it rips off consumers, and it is 100% illegal. Another big illegal tactic is predatory pricing. Now, this one's tricky because on the surface, it looks like a great deal for us. A huge company will slash its prices to an impossibly low level. But they're not doing it to be nice. They're doing it to drive their smaller competitors out of business. And guess what happens once the competition is gone? Yep, the prices shoot right back up.
So ultimately, if brands want to build real, lasting relationships with us, they have to operate ethically. It really just comes down to the basics: being transparent, respecting our data and privacy, and being honest. That's the only way to build trust in this new age.
And all of this brings us to one last big question. On one hand, we've never been more powerful as consumers. We have endless choices and all the world's information right in our pockets. But on the other hand, brands have never had more data about us or more sophisticated tools to influence our decisions. So the next time you're about to click buy, it's worth asking yourself, who's really in charge here?